On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, I sold one red truck, so we're buying another red truck. A much bigger one. I bought a fire truck, at least, let's see. Looks like a fire truck to me. Let's go. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Chair Go, and if you remember your childhood, what was the coolest thing? Spaceships, fire trucks. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? And now that you're an adult, what's the coolest thing? SpaceX, fire trucks. So today, we're buying one of those things. It'll probably never be a spaceship. We're going 2.5 hours away, basically, Arcadia, Kansas. We're gonna pick up their old fire truck. It's actually currently in service. They need this one gone because they're gonna run down and buy another fire truck right now. So this was posted on Facebook. There was a huge comment thread with a bunch of people saying they were gonna buy it. It was cheap. So they put an email in there and nobody emailed them. I emailed them first and I was like, no questions asked. I'm on my way with cash. And they said, okay. So it looks like we got the bid. We'll be there shortly and we're gonna pick up a fire truck and drive it home. We have acquired a fire truck for $3,000. I can't tell you how excited I am about this truck. It's so nice. I talked to Mike and Andrew for a while, the fire chief, and Andrew set up the whole deal, one of the firemen there. This thing is awesome. They've taken great care of it. Check out this train. Anyway, they walked us through everything. They left all the equipment. We have all of the sirens and lights, of course. Most of the time that stuff doesn't come off unless it was like government mandated that it had to come off. Oh, this is a big bump. Here comes the shift. Come on, girl. Yeah. Now we're moving. They told me the throttle was touchy and they weren't kidding. It's gonna take a minute to get used to driving this thing. It's awesome. There we go, there's the other shift. Getting it rolling. No speedo, so I'm just guessing. Okay, first thoughts. I hope you guys can hear me. I know it's crazy loud in this thing. It's incredibly hot. I am pouring sweat because the heater's like locked on. I don't know how to open the air vent up front while I'm driving, and I don't want to stop and mess with it. The suspension's incredible. It rides great. We're hitting bumps right now. Feels perfect. The steering is a little all over the road. Depends on when and where you're at. There's a little dirt blowing in my eye. But right now it's steering great. It's different getting used to these big flat wheels. We're gonna have to learn to drive this one right. It sure is cool to drive. Listen to that diesel. Ah! Get it, girl. 55 mile an hour right now. I love that it's an automatic. I love that it's an automatic. The manual is a handful to drive. Here comes that turbo one more time. Put power on him. Oh, this thing rocks. It rocks. It turns out it wasn't the heater, it's that door to the cab back there. All the engine heat was coming through there, and as soon as I closed it, it was perfect in here. They told me to do that. And I was like, I'll slide the window shut and see what a difference it makes. A huge difference. We're talking like 40 degrees up in here. It must have been like 90, and now it's almost outdoor temp, which is perfect today. It is 61 degrees. It's a big old hill. Coming in 55. I'm gonna let those turbos scream. Pit stop time, we're gonna hit up the old Great Straight of Fredonia. I'm a little under a quarter tank, so that means we've used about $40, $50 of fuel so far. Maybe it's closer to 60 since I'm under a quarter. 50 gallons of diesel, and of course, diesel's at $3 a gallon right now, so 150 bucks to fill this thing up. Might cost that to get it home. All right, we're getting turned in here. It's always weird driving over the axle trucks. You either got to spin that wheel or put your hand in the middle. Turn signals, old industrial. Let's get some diesel. Hey, there's the dieseler right there. Neutral, e-brakes. We good. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to start this thing, and I'd leave it running at the pump anyway, but I'm leaving this thing running for sure. Woo-wee! Man, this thing's sick. It's got 1,000,000 horsepower, 2 to 3 million foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it gets moving down the road, and the automatic is so cool. Also, I don't know which side the diesel's on. We're gonna figure it out right now. Time to learn. Discharge for the pump, drain. Diesel must be on the other side. Okay, it makes sense that it's in this one. That's gotta be it. Yep, there's a hose. Smell like diesel? Good. Should I turn it around or just go second pump? No, you start one pump and then you can fill your other tank. That's how the semis run to it at once. So yeah, you can run dual pumps. So what you do is you put your card in that one and then it'll start the other pump. Yeah. Here we go. Have fun, bro. I just jumped out of the fire truck and back into the F-250. And it felt like I was going 100 in there. I mean, I was bombing down the highway. It was absolutely getting it. And then in here, I'm like walking at 55. Here I am back in the truck where we just did like, you know, triple digits across half the country. And all of a sudden, it's just completely chill. $55 miles an hour all day long. The fire truck mission has become considerably worse because it's now pouring rain and it has air operated wipers, and the passenger one flew up and I was trying to get it down, it wouldn't move. The driver one will move up and down, but you have to sit there and go up, down, up, down. I think there's an air rotator for it and it's not working. So yeah, it's kind of a mess up there. Looks like we made it to 57 now. All right, we made it to the firehouse. Time to park this bad boy. I've never seen any firemen actually come to a firehouse sub, so I figured we would just come straight to the firehouse and get the setup. All right. All right, it's about time to jump back in the truck, so we're ready to go now. Firehouse mission complete, and I did tell them that I brought a fire truck. And they were like, oh, one other group of firefighters did that. They brought a ladder truck. She said they all jumped out. Man, how'd you lose your hat? That's PPE, that's equipment. Yeah. And they all had these hats on, which is hilarious. All right, back to it, off to the warehouse. So pumped about this thing. Just dieselers, leave them all running all the time. The backup alarms work. I didn't think they were gonna work. Never heard them before. What up, big girl?
And we got big garage doors.
Yee-wee! We made it back. God, this thing's sick. It's so cool. Can you believe this is $3,000? Do you guys know what a new fire truck starts at? Like the smallest fire trucks there are, like $550,000, $600,000. This is $3,000. The tires are like way more than $3,000. This is insane. I'm so excited. All right, hold on. I gotta do the one thing. It took all of my self-control to do this, but I waited until we got home. So here we go. Here we go. They said you have to idle the truck up because these things use so much power. It's trying to kick in the mechanical side. You don't have enough air. Yeah, she got me full. Well, let's do it. Yeah! Okay, we got some air pressure now. Okay, we're gonna shut this thing down and start it for the first time to see if I can start it at all, because I really don't know how. So red button. All right, so it's got a real fuel kill there. We got a big old air leak, and now let's see. We've got master on. Let's try to start this thing.
Yeah, I don't know where I
All right, well, we're gonna hook this thing up to some short power, short air. You have to keep everything hooked up all the time. Basically, it needs its own air compressor. And then in the next video, we'll do like a complete tour where we go through engine one from Arcadia Fire Department. I'm in love with this thing. I'll show you guys everything, how it all works. It's gonna be super fun, but that said, for every 100,000 likes this video gets, I'll give another 1,000 to the Arcadia Fire Department, because honestly, I kind of felt bad paying them $3,000. So 100,000 likes on this video, share it with everybody you know. If everybody watches this, I'll send them $1,000. And if it gets 200,000 likes, I'll send them another $1,000. And I'll just keep that going. So make it happen, guys. Make this video blow up. I can't wait to take you on a tour of the fire truck, have some fire truck shenanigans. Super fun. These things are just unbelievably cool. And can't wait to share all of this epicness with you guys. 1977 Mack truck, super heavy duty, air brakes, and we'll start fixing some stuff. Plenty of other projects to deal with at the same time. Obviously the Aztec, we're rocking and rolling on that. The Corvette, I don't know why anyone would ever think it had zero oil pressure when the engine runs like a dream and makes zero noises. Of course it has oil pressure. I told you guys from the beginning, the whole car is miswired. So we're gonna replace the entire harness on the engine side. The winter is coming to pick up the X5. The XUV is done. We got more, there's parts for the exterior right there. About to do that. I think we might jump over to the exterior, then head back to the fire truck. Man, we got the other firemen here. It's time for us to eat, actually. All right, if you're ready for a massive, epic tour of this bad boy, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna go all the way through it. For now, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you could hear this video. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com where you get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I'll talk to you next time. I really gotta get that fixed immediately. We finally get to eat our firehouse. It's been a very long trip. 6 hours of journeying to get that bad boy. Totally worth it. Fire departments really just don't have enough budget, especially small fire departments like that. So let's hook these guys up. Let's get a couple million views on this video and send them some money. That's so cool. All right, where's the meatball? Oh, good. The pickle's not touching it. There's Eric's.
Took 75,000 minutes to make that meatball stuff.
Oh, it did take 75,000 minutes. Absolutely. Longest If the people at Firehouse would have been firefighters, place would have burned down. No question.
There you go.
That's over. You can hear that truck leaking right now out of its shore air connection. You hook your air compressor up to it and keep air in the tanks all the time, everything on its air, and you need the air to be able to do anything right. So it's just leaking like crazy, and air pressure kind of goes down a little slow when you're on the road. A lot of that stuff, there's a check valve in there, and that's how you're supposed to fix that. But what we're gonna do today is make a quick little fix for when you're driving until I get the check valve sorted out, or air lines replaced, or whatever's going on there. We're just gonna take a little bit of Teflon in this plug. It's got a standard, like the industrial air coupler on it, and I had another air coupler sitting here in the toolbox. So, throw some Teflon on that plug. Screw it into our 1/4 inch air coupler, and this should stop our leak. If you need to use shore air, you just unhook this thing, throw an air hose on it, fill it up, and when you're driving, put this thing on there and it won't leak down. 3/4 and a 5/8, put a couple turns on this, shouldn't ever leak again. There we go. Super nasty leak, no more nasty leak. Problem solving. And those quirks and features are gonna hit hard tomorrow. So many quirks. All of the features.
Where are our hard hats at?
Oh man, I don't know.
I thought we ordered them off Amazon yesterday. We got Bluetooth. They should be here by
Bluetooth
now.
hard hats are the way.
Ordered them off.
I love it, I love it.
They're gonna be tiny.
Just half your head's covered.
Another beam going up in the balcony. They've got the brackets welded up. They just did that, and they're sticking this thing in the air. I do all the work on this channel except this, but there's people in the comments complaining. That's hilarious. That conduit. That I'm not doing the work. I'm not a welder. Never said I was a welder. The welders are doing what the welders do. These guys are gangsters. Those two do X-ray. It's been a minute, but X-ray certified welds day in and day out.
I might have to move a bunch of my stuff. I've never been worried about anything in here until it went over the top of the rack. I'm not worried about that.
Pretty straight there.
I can move all those boxes a little bit.
I think I'm good.
All right. Lounging, no-tool style. Side shift about an inch.
Which way?
Robbie direction, right. You're almost nailed. Almost nailed. Nails.
Pretty good. Yeah.
You are good.
Whoa. You only got so far with it. That way. What?
Yeah, buddy.
There were also some comments whining about the anchors. The anchors are all torqued to 90 foot-pounds, cross-torqued, triple-checked, quadruple-checked. I mean, we know what we're doing. We've done a lot of this. It's all perfect, because if anyone knows me, everything has to be done to like an insane level. Extremely dumb, every fastener points the same way. You guys know me by now. It's all perfect.
And the rear of the balcony, I'm gonna keep calling it the balcony because it sticks out way into the main shop instead of the mezzanine. I like calling it the balcony. More beautiful welds all wrapped up. And no, these aren't supposed to do anything. We literally put those in there to make setting the beam easy, and then they fully welded those in too. But the beams are, you can see, double pass cap welded into the main supports. None of this is ever coming down. Like, this is stronger than the building. And now there's like 10 times the usable space in the building. So much bigger.